look, the ownership, the board, they're all useless. They all have to go as well, not just Amarim. But before I get into that, currently 296 subscribers, and I'm trying to reach 300 by the end of this week. 99% of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure to smash that subscribe button if you guys want more Manchester United and football content. Now, going back into the main topic about Omar Berrada, Jason Wilcox, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe in particular. Obviously, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's not really going to leave, is he? Like, he's not going to disappear unless we, let's say, for example, get relegated or we get close to relegation. Maybe, the Glazers, they can kick him out or something. Because at the end of the day, the Glazers, they own the club more than he does. They can just kick him out. It's that simple. But obviously, as long as he brings in the money and stuff, the Glazers don't really care. That's it. And obviously, he'll be the fall guy anyway. Now, the reason I'm talking about Omar Berrada and Jason Wilcox is because they keep making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. And also, what the final line was for me was sacking Ruben Amorim. And it's not because they sacked Ruben Amorim itself, because me personally, I wanted Ruben Amorim gone. I'm happy that he's gone. My issue is the reasoning as to why they kicked him out. They kicked him out because he called them out for being incompetent. Okay? They didn't kick him out because he wasn't winning games. They didn't kick him out because he was unsettling key players like a Kobe Mainoo, for example. They didn't kick him out because there was no real structure in terms of the way he was playing. There was no, none of those reasons were why he was kicked out. He was kicked out simply because he called them out in a press conference. They were going to give him 3 years, by the way. I think that press conference is what kicked out Ruben Amorim. And for me, that reasoning, if that is the reason you kick someone out after you had multiple different reasons to kick them out, you're useless as well. And you have to remember as well, these guys were here when Eric Ten Hag was here. They said, you know what, after the FA Cup, we'll back Eric Ten Hag, okay? We think he's the right man. All right, cool. They splash out a lot of money for him. They get him, all those players, Nusar Mazraoui, De Ligt, Xerxes, Ugarte, all those guys, right? And then a few months later, he's 4 points off top 4. They kick him out. Obviously, look, that was in terms of performance-wise and results-wise. It wasn't the best, and Ten Hag fully deserved to be sacked. But the thing is, you splashed out a lot of money on him, and you decided to back him. And then 3 months later, you kick him out. And then, obviously, you're looking for a replacement, and you have Jason Wilcox, or I forgot who exactly it was. They have been trying to get Ruben Amorim. You have Dan Ashworth as well, who you paid out of gardening leave, and obviously we're paying his wages as well, in order for you to have him earlier. And he says, no, Ruben Amorim, he would not suit Manchester United. And guess what? Dan Ashworth, he's the one that's most experienced when it comes to football out of all of them. He's the one with the most credibility. And obviously now, that credibility has gone sky high. Because guess what? He was proven right. They sack him as well because they couldn't agree with him. Then they signed Ruben Amorim, who, by the way, he didn't want to join in that time. He wanted to join in the summer so he can have a pre-season, have a steady time at Manchester United. But obviously they tell him, no, it's now or never. He joins. They don't back him in January. They just get him a 20-year-old left-back from Lecce. And then I was surprised when he does bad. Obviously, Ruben Amorim, he underperformed drastically. But guess what? He doesn't have the players for that. And you have to remember, the guy has played that system for his entire career. So you can't really expect him to change his formation. But anyway, season finishes, we give Spurs their first European title, we finish 15th. That's a reason to sack Ruben Amorim. But guess what? They don't sack him. They say, you know what, we'll back him. After, obviously, a few months later, with this, Sir Jim comes out and says, we'll give him 3 years. They back him. They sign 200 million plus on attackers. Ruben Amorim, he wanted to keep Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Amorim is, it's widely known. He's the reason that Bruno Fernandes stayed, and he wanted Bruno Fernandes in that pivot. So him not getting a pivot, that's on him. That's not on, anyone else. But anyway, this is not about Amorim. They back him, and then obviously they have that Grimsby result. They have that Everton result. They have multiple reasons. That Brentford result. They have multiple reasons to kick him out. They don't. They even come out and say, you know what, we'll give him 3 months. But guess what? 3 weeks later, they kick him out. They kick him out because he called them out. And now, look, they keep hiring and backing people and then kicking them out again whenever it suits them. And to be honest with you, they keep getting it wrong. I don't think they've made a single good choice so far. And I think Jason Wilcox and Omar Berrada, they simply have to go out. They are simply out of their depth. They are basically people who were in respected roles at their former clubs, and now they are trying to be the main man in a big pond. The big fish in a big pond when they are all small fishes. Look, they don't belong here. They have to go. I mean, they're both worse than, John Murta, Ed Woodward, all those guys. Like, all those guys were much better than them, by the way. All of them were much better. And then, look, now we have Darren Fletcher as the interim. Apparently, we're trying to get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Michael Carrick. I hope so, to be honest, until the summer. And we're going to try and see if we can get a replacement manager in the summer as well. But look, I want both of them gone. I think if they continue to stay, it won't be long, maybe 10 years, 5 years, and Man United are in the Championship. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Road to 300 by the end of this week. Still only 4 more subscribers left. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.